A game changer is someone who looks at business norms and questions them, someone who rewrites the rules so that he or she can run a business differently and provide different things that customers need, make products in different ways, deliver services differently. Game changers are important because it's the way we do things in the future. It's the way the economy is going to be rather than the way the economy has been. The IoD is a good place for game changers because it's always been an institution that's questioned authority, that's wondered if you can do things differently, more cheaply, more productively, in different ways, meeting different audiences. IoD members need game changers because they're going to have to change their businesses, modify the way they do things in order to be as successful as they've been in the past.
When we started, our first insight, and I know this will come as a shock to the members of the IoD, but believe it or not, out there is an audience of people, they probably work for your competitors, who are very bored. And we felt if we could come up with a very funny, interesting way of creating news for a new generation and optimize it for mobile, optimize it for social, that was easily shareable, we could build global scale very quickly. If you're looking at why people share things, it's as much art as it is sort of computer programming. There's also a hugely human element to it. You need to be thinking about emerging stories or memes or trends and think about how you can create original content that's so good that people will share it. Challenge and opportunity, famously, are quite often the same.
We've just seen incredible growth over a very short period of time. You notice that London is one of our fastest growing cities. It's about to pass Los Angeles as the fastest growing city we've seen. Now remember, for each of those cars on the road, you're taking 7.5 cars off of the road, right? Out of parking lots, off the streets, easing congestion.
I mean, how do you keep a handle on a company that is growing at this rate?
Basically, in the morning, I wake up and I have 2 lists. One list is the super interesting, really difficult problems that need to be solved. The other list is all the cool things that we want to invent. And so every day, those are the 2 things I do. I solve problems and invent stuff.
I think at its simplest, being a game changer is about looking at something and figuring out a way to change it or improve it or create something new even that simply has not been done before.
Our next speaker is Catherine Parsons from Decoded. She works with companies who might need crash courses in programming or in just getting to grips with areas where they feel they're being left behind.
For us, it was much more about taking on this kind of mission impossible, actually. Could you distill a world of knowledge into a single day and teach people who'd never touched technology to feel like they were masters of it?
How many of us in this room can confidently say that we understand the technologies behind the computer screen? This is actually an incredibly inspiring young boy that I met called Jordan Casey, 15-year-old coder, CEO of his own games company.
For me, the best businesses that nurture disruption are the businesses that actually embrace a bit of chaos, maybe celebrate and reward the failures that are inevitable from trying different things and being a bit disruptive.
You can no longer be a top-down command and control organization like an old-fashioned factory or a mine or something like this where the bosses are telling the workers what to do. You've got to give people the latitude, the freedom, and reward creativity, reward people who fail.
Within the Wiki project Medicine, there's a subgroup. They take our best entries on medical issues and get them translated. Recently, they did a project to translate our entry on Ebola into 60 different African languages. And this is the interesting thing, is that I just heard about this. This kind of thing goes on within our community. Thousands of projects like this all the time, and we don't direct it from the top down.
A game changer is when someone comes into an industry and really disrupts it, changes the fundamental structure of the industry, the fundamental way that it works, and that can be very exciting.
If we're honest with ourselves, all money is based on faith. We don't need kings to coin our money. When I first learned about Bitcoin, I had already been studying digital currencies and the potential of non-political, non-governmental monetary units. But Bitcoin introduced something different, something that had not been attempted or achieved before, and that's the ability to decentralize the verification process. You take away the center, and you take away a single point of failure.
Does it thrill you, the idea of Bitcoin? Do you buy into all of the whatever coins?
Yes. I think whenever you're trying to predict the future, unless you make it sound fantastical, you're probably not going far enough.
Thank you all very much, and thank you for listening.
The advice I'd give to someone who believes they have a disruptive idea is you're going to need a lot of confidence and you're going to need a lot of humility.
I would say that they have to really lower their expectations on having any kind of financial income for a while.
Big, audacious goals. Where everyone else says something's impossible, grasp it and try and do it, because there's probably a huge opportunity there.
Whenever you're doing something new that people are dismissing and just thinking it's silly, it gives you an opportunity to kind of maximize that and really go out and speak to people and say, I know that all these people that you're currently working with think that what we're doing is stupid, but we're convinced we've got real value here.
I always say fail faster. That's really important, so that you take a small risk and fail faster rather than spend 3 years of your life imagining the perfect business plan and only to realize, gee, it isn't going to work that way anyway. Just go, go, go.
You can't have job security and the ability to leverage a game-changing idea. I've never seen it happen that way.
Use those connections, use this incredible network for a start-up business that has actually come alive in London and the UK in the last kind of 3 years, and go for it. And if you believe in it, you can make it happen.